melodramatic Shakespearian, like, on the lover's holiday, I'm gonna kill myself for love. But that's not really what it was about. It was about arresting the pain that I was causing to two beautiful girls in this life who had been beautiful friends to me. And only one of them remains a beautiful friend to me. And surprise to everyone, it's Katherine Borgelt. And she's just miraculous. She is the one person that, when I came back out, okay, so I stayed in the hospital for a year, and then I was in a wheelchair for 2 years. And I came home, and I was calling Sara Szymczak all the time. Please come out and see me. Please come out and see me. Because my heart was the same. I still loved her, right? And she never would come. Because, it upset her. It was hard for her to see me in the shape that I was in a fucking wheelchair. And that's no fun. And I don't blame her at all. But she never came to see me. And Ezra rarely came to see me. And all the other fucking people that knew me never came to see me ever again. But there was one person who kept her head up and shown me love despite all else. And you know who that was? You fucking cowards. Do you know who that was? It was Katherine Borgelt. She drove out here and she spoke to me like I was the same person. Like I was just as intelligent as I ever was before. Like I was just as talented as I ever was. Like I was the same person on the inside. And that goes so far above and beyond. Like, oh my God. Bless you, Katherine. And you have no idea what the love that you are capable of showing me and have been, even despite my accident and handicaps. 'Cause I'm so handicapped. That's interesting. Did anybody notice when I was living in a fucking pink Victorian mansion, or when I was living in an apartment with a brilliant UMass Amherst educated English professor? Gorgeous. Nobody noticed that shit? What do you think, I'm fucking stupid? Do you think I'm a moron? Because I talk a little bit slower, you fucking assholes? Just because I talk a little bit slower. You make me sick. Shallow. Surface. All you give a shit about is the surface. How it seems. How it seems to the public eye. Am I a quarterback? Is my speech as quick as it used to be? Well, I can still speak German, I can still speak French, I can still speak Spanish, I can still speak Vietnamese, I can still speak Egon, you motherfucking pieces of shit! And I can still write books of poetry that get published, and I can still win awards in film festivals for acting, and I can still write stories, and I can still do all of that. But everybody treats me different because I speak a little bit slower. That's it. That's it. But nobody has time to come see me or spend time with me because I'm not fun anymore. Because I speak slower? Did you ever ask me anything? Did you ever hear the bright and beautiful way I try to look at everything and love everybody? Did you ever give me the time for that? I'm a human being who had dreams and had import and had a message and had worth. And I make mistakes, just like everybody makes mistakes. So why don't we get over the fact that I speak a little bit slower, that I have a little bit of difficulty with my speech? Just slight. Because I wasn't born a child prodigy or anything. Christ on a crutch. On a motherfucking crutch. I don't have time for the shallowness. But I guess what I do have time for is thinking, because nobody really talks to me anymore. And I wonder why nobody talks to me anymore. I don't know, it's just like the rest of your world, you lost interest in me after my accident. Or something, I don't know. But what the fuck happened to me? Everybody used to love me. I used to be the showman. I was the mighty Hickson Circus at RMA. I put on a show every Friday with original music, original plays, and characters that I acted and wrote, and I made everybody laugh. What happened? I spoke, a little bit slower. I walked a little bit more like I had cerebral palsy. Do you think I have cerebral palsy? Because I'd like to kick you in the face. How you'll weep. You'll simply weep when one day I'm worth something. And all of the friends are gonna come home. And all the people that know, oh yeah, Petey, I know him. He's a good buddy of mine. I grew up with Petey. I went to EA with Petey. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Petey used to make me laugh all the time in grade school. And this and that. Hey, Petey, what's up? You know what? I'm gonna put my hand up toward thou, palm up, and I will say hush. Hush, and go to the basketball game in your sports utility vehicle with your bozo women. and have a great time yucking it up with your boys. But that still ends up with me alone. God, what does this mean? Something, give me the fucking answer. I want it now. I need to get it. I need to get it. Somebody. Give me the fucking answers. Please, I'm begging you. Give me the answer. What do I need to understand? What do I need to understand about this life? What just don't I get? What don't I get? I don't understand. I love people. I love to make people feel good, to make them feel bright, inspired, hopeful, happy. But nobody listens to me because I talk a little bit slower than I did when I was 14, I guess. Or because my balance is shitty now. Or because I can't use my left arm and I can't play the piano with both hands. But if you listen to me play the piano today, it's pretty fucking good for one hand. And a goddamn bleeding brain that caused nerve damage. And collapsed lung. And all of my bones broken compound fractures, so they're sticking out of my flesh, and I'm bleeding 95 different ways from Sunday, which is not an expression, and it never will be, because it doesn't make any goddamn sense, but I was given the last rites, where a Roman Catholic priest comes and blesses you because you are going to die within the next 3 hours. I was given those, but I didn't die. And I'm still here for some reason. And I have a beautiful, amazingly smart, gorgeous, fucking brilliant little daughter, Wren Rosemary Jane Raditz Hickson. And the mother of that girl is my soulmate, and I know that. But we're not going to get off on that tangent of sadness. Anyway. Is it too upsetting? Are people incapable of caring so much about me that despite this tragedy, the shambles of my life, despite the tragedy of that, can't you fucking love me enough to try and be my friend, to try and talk to me, to try and stick it out with me, by my side or something? Fucking A! All I've got are these other dysfunctional Hicksons, and yes, they're my family and I love them. But how come not one other individual, a friend, a girlfriend, a bosom buddy, a partner on the golf team, a partner on the tennis team, a neighbor, somebody who is not my blood relative, who just likes me for me, because of who I am. They like me, and I make them feel good. How come not one of these people can remain steadfast? What the fuck, man? Doesn't make any goddamn sense. You see stories about friends through thick